Hello there. I know why you're here. You're struggling with some silver lions, and when you want to know how to make the most you possibly can, well, I'm going to show you. This method today, the anti-mech method, is one of the most reliable and lucrative of all the methods that I have found in my over 10 years of playing this game. Okay. Now, in essence, you want to have a wager in the background, like a short-tenuous wager, or an unstoppable wager. Something that will give you an average of 50k or more a game, if you complete it, that is. But the main thing that you want, the bread and butter, is a ground strike aircraft that is premium and has a high Silver Lions modifier. Those are usually restricted to bombers and fighters. For some reason, CAS aircraft, like the little green, you'll know it's a CAS aircraft because it'll be, have like a little green thing here. You want something like a fighter that can still CAS, or a bomber that can still CAS, that has a high Silver Lions modifier, you know. And not every premium vehicle is made equally. And although generally speaking, the lower BR something is, the higher Silver Lions modifier it has, that's not always true. Because one of the highest in the game is the German 2.3 Wellington bomber. It has just as much Silver Lions modifier as the Jewish Spitfire, which is among some of the high. Right? One of my favorite vehicles to do this in is the Spitfire, but I would say the Dutch Seahawk would probably be one of the best. And if you are good with the Nords, the Italian premium G91. You want to use this premium CAS aircraft that's a fighter that has a high Silver Lions modifier, and you want to bring that into ground RB, and when you're using that, right before you get your first kill, you pop an anti-mech order. Oh, sorry, not an anti-mech order. Yeah, an anti-mech order here, because it triples the amount of Silver Lions you get. But it doesn't just triple the base amount, it triples everything. If you have a 700% Silver Lions booster on, it'll triple that. Which is why you can get, and I have gotten, 2 million Silver Lions in a 10-minute game, of which I only got like 12 kills. It's insanity. And it's something that you can take advantage of. In the description, I might label a few lineups that I suggest that it might be good, but I'm going to show you quickly how I suggest you do this. The best thing when you do this, I would say there's a reason why I have a lot more of all these orders than I have of anti-mechs. And if you're running low on anti-mechs, you can recycle these using the item recycling tab to get a few more, you know? You just recycle the ones that you don't need, like let's say be the best, and yeah, it's good. It's pretty good. You can get them pretty easily. And I tend to get them out of the infantry backpacks. In fact, that's the most places, like gambling is why I made this video about gambling, because this method here, almost, if you ignore every other tip, this method alone, if you're good at it and you have the vehicles to do so, you can absolutely blow it out of the water, and you can pay for your gambling habits. If you don't have a premium vehicle, that's okay. Every now and then, the Warbond shop will have a vehicle that is really good, and you can get it completely free. I think last Battle Pass, they had a Chinese P47 that does this perfectly. Does it just perfectly. And there was, you're going to want premium account, and you can get premium account to doing Golden Eagle wages, which I'll make a video on how you guys can maybe try and do that. There are a couple methods. I'll quickly tell you that one of the best and tried and true ways of doing it is just playing USA Air with another 3 people who are also playing USA Air in arcade, kill one player, and all of you just ground strike. And you can basically guarantee the win. That's how you do it. Another ways you can do it is if you've got 4 absolutely insane gods who have the KV-1B and someone else who has a KV-1E, you can go 4.0 and absolutely stomp. Okay? That is another one. Regardless, I'm here to show you guys how to do some Silver Lions. You only need 1 day to do this, although obviously I suggest waiting to a sale and getting like 30 days off, you know. But if you've got 1 day to play, just activate some premium account. Use the Warbond shop, get yourself some of this, and I'm going to show you just how bloody lucrative this is. While I'm at it, I may as well, Battle Pass is ending, so I'll grab a 75% research booster. Let's just see if I can just do a quick roll and see if I can get a big civilized modifier. No. One more. Let's see if I can get a civilized modifier out of this. It's good because these don't end. Nope. Okay. That's alright. I'll just activate this one here. Just for show. Without that modifier, I generally get like maybe around like 200,000 silver lions for this. With, you know, if I go into game and I get, let's say, something like 5-6 kills on my Spitfire, I can see like 300k. And if I only get like 4 and I still get the wage up, it'll be like 200k. With this silver lions modifier, it's probably going to be more than that. Let's jump into a game and I'll show you guys what I mean. There are some other really good wager and order combos. But yeah, I would say that this is the most reliable way to do it. This is one of the most reliable ways and lucrative. And it works well because I like playing Jewish Spitfire and I like playing the M51. You definitely want to go for kills with this one. Caps, not a big deal. You just want to get kills. And you want to get enough spawn points to spawn to the Spitfire as soon as you can. The sooner you're in that Spitfire, the better. I like 6.0. I would prefer to be actually fighting against Germany. One of the reasons is because Germany has a lot of open top AA that you can overpressure, like the Oswin 2. And the Jewish Spitfire has a really, really good rocket that flies really straight over range. So you can pull off some pretty crazy shots with that. And generally speaking, a lot of the American AAs tends to be more closed, you know, like the T-77 is the first one that comes to mind. We've got an M18, that's good stuff. That could have been the end of me just then, but luckily it wasn't. Pretty good shot on my part, even though it was a snapshot. Kind of afraid of going back to Australia and not being able to do those snapshots anymore because of the lag. I know that there's an M18 Hellcat over there somewhere. Yeah, that's where I was flanking earlier. I love the fact that they added that ability to slide. That would have totally just killed me just then. I've got heat, so I just want to get rid of all of this shit. Now, I would say, in some circumstances, I'll make another video on how you can specifically do anti-air orders instead, but there are some circumstances where there are a lot of planes up in the air, and generally speaking, you don't think you'll be able to get like 3 or 4 tank kills with your plane. In which case, you don't want to swap to anti-air duty, pop an anti-air order. That's why I like using a fighter as well. I do wonder where that M18 is. I'm thinking he could be around that building there, so I can't hear him to my left at all. Oh, I can. I'm almost certain I hear him. Oh, I'm very lucky just then. I'm very lucky. What I would have just done just then was, if he didn't see me, I actually would have popped an anti-mech order just right then to start it off. Yeah. I think there's a tank over here somewhere. There was, but he got shot. Damn. I want to find someone who won't die instantly, but like I can guarantee that as soon as I start that order, I can take him out, and then I'm gonna J out and spawn into the the Spitfire, because it'll just give me a quick head start. Okay, let's do it. Order. Anti-Mech will be on the very far left. There we go. I know there's someone up here. Oh. Look at that. 2 kills right off the bat. Is there another quick kill I can secure? Kind of sucks doing this, but I can't see anyone, so I'm gonna J out. I'm gonna go into my Spitfire and show you guys how crazy this is. It's nice that I was able to get that very quick like 2 kills, because it just puts me ahead to begin with. And one thing you don't want to do is lose this order, because it is just such a nice order to have. I see one enemy fighter up. He's going to be going for that HS129. But unfortunately, this B7 is probably not going to take him out, so I'm going to have to take him out. Unfortunate, but actually the B7 is going for him. What kind of a vehicle is he? It kind of looks like a P47. Damn, I see a lot of vehicles here. Damn, that's unfortunate. Go back. It's been a while since I've used these, so not the best. Yeah, it used to be a lot more consistent with that. If you can, go for open tops because of the overpressure mechanic. You don't even need to hit them properly in order to get them. That M18 there is a really nice saga. Rely on marks to find enemies. I'm gonna go for this guy because he's moving, and that means he can drive with my bomb. Why do I have a 10-second delay on my bomb, bro? That's actually really funny. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why that is the case. I'm gonna drop that bomb behind that Churchill in the hope that he reverses onto it. Okay, not gonna lie, that's really funny. That's really funny. Yeah, I am really bad at these rockets now. I used to be quite good at them. I used to be what do you call them? I used to be able to just guarantee those hits. And they're very easy rockets to use too, just very, very rusty. Very rusty. About to lose my engine here. Definitely want to get an extra kill if I can. Six frags is not too bad, not gonna lie. Don't be afraid to use backups if you can. I would obviously like to have another plane in my lineup that also can do this, that isn't a fighter, because obviously like the B-17, you know, doesn't cost as much spawn points because it's not also a fighter, and it doubles, right? But you have to do what you have to do, you know. I've got a minute. I would say, oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to turn off the 10-second bloody timer again. I've got a minute to get an extra kill or two. I could probably do that. It's a shame I can't use my bombs. Oh, I'm a fool. Everyone yelling at me in the comments that I should take off the 10-second bomb timer. Oh, maybe I should change it to a challenge run, see if I can get it done anyway. Let's have a look here. Yeah. This plane is not... I think I remember it being a little bit more responsive than it used to be, than it is now, but I could just be tripping. That is an option. I could genuinely just be tripping. I want to drop the bomb there, and I bet you can't move because I've got the, I destroy his engine. Yep. I was like, wait a minute, did the bomb not go off? Like, well, what happened there? Look at that, 100, oh my god, that's so good. Oh wait, oh, wrong rocket. Yeah, it shoots the left rocket first in the right one. I thought I shot a rocket earlier, but I didn't. Oh, that's the T-77 I was so afraid about. Very good anti-air, that T-77. So hopefully that Focke-Wulf goes for it, which he is. Nice. Oh, that was a good shot on the enemy just path. I wonder if my bomb's gonna he just drove miles away from it. That's funny. That is extremely funny. Oh. Nice, his T-77's changed targets. Yeah, you see way better those rockets. I'm also feeling the inertia of this plane a lot. I hope they haven't changed the Spitfire. If they've changed the Spitfire, like, if I'm rusty, I'm rusty, right? But if they've changed the Spitfire for all these years, I'll be very sad. Yeah, definitely a little bit of rust there, because that was a pretty good... Oh, there's a BTRZD. Nice. Yeah, definitely a bit of rust there. And the... the AA, you may, like, usually AA is not a good thing to have when you're in a plane, but for this specific thing, anti-air is actually not too bad, because again, you can shoot these AAs from pretty far away with these rockets. And they're easy to kill. Oh, yeah, that Dushka. I would say that the Dushka is generally better than the 50 caliers, just because of the damage it does. Like, despite being the same caliber, it just does so much damage. I always get like Dushkas always do way more damage to me. I know they've got a slightly high fire rate, but not like, they do like triple the damage. It's pretty crazy. Now let's see, I can't use another backup Spitfire, as much as the B-17 would be quite funny. Let's just go into a backup. Oh, I could use a backup Spitfire actually. Let's do that. Let's do that, and let's remember to do that as well, because I'm really sick. I'm really sick of that. I'm really, really tired of basically just not having useful bombs. Although the fact that I was able to actually destroy something is pretty funny. I like the idea of that M109 just sitting there with a destroyed engine, looking at this bomb that I'm pretty sure landed on top of him, by the way. Just looking at the bomb, like, wait, when's it gonna explode? I don't think he's saying in chat, but yeah, no, that is a very funny thought. Does look like to me that there's nothing to take out right now. It's a shame. Oh, there is indeed an IS-2 right there, but I can't do anything, and the game is over. 15 kills. I've definitely had better results, but it is a very good result game with only a 50% booster. So let's see the absolute insanity that is this order. Yeah, as predicted, around 300,000 with that booster. Without that booster, probably would have been around 200,000. And 2 of those kills were with the tank as well instead of the plane. That is not bad. for a 12-minute game, that's not bad. And I don't think I'm effectively researching the plane, but I am effectively researching the tank, so that's not too bad at all. Plus an extra 50k from the wager. Generally speaking, because it's 10 games and 500k rewards, so that's an extra 50k. So that game was 360k. That's not bad. That's not bad for just a singular match. I wish I had more to tell you guys. I will say that this strategy requires skill, of which I only have a little bit of because of how rusty I am with those rockets. I probably could have done much better if I had more experience. But generally speaking, I was lucky and I was rewarded for just having a good result, which I think it was 7 kills in that wager, which is around, 6 is, I would say, like, 6 is the preferred amount. I would say 6 is a good safe amount. And you can get 6 in the Jewish Spitfire. You can get 6 with the, if you, for example, like, grab the, what do you call them? If you grab the vehicle, where are they? The test drives. Here they are. If you grab this test drive, the SU-11, really good. SU-11 can do it. SU-11 can bomb 2 tanks and then strafe out a bunch of like light vehicles. And you can just want to back up with it if you need to. Just generally speaking, guys, I wish you heaps of luck with this. I'll put in the description as many vehicles as I can think of that can do this strat. But if you are ready, if you're ready to put your money on the line and get some really good results with your anti-mech orders, with your anti-air orders, of which I'll make a video about that in a later video with Windbreaker, and you're ready to basically get your War Thunder grind on, let me know how it goes, guys. Good luck, guys. Catch it. Bye.